With all due deference to separation of powers, last week the Supreme Court reversed a century of law that I believe will open the floodgates for special interests, including foreign corporations, to spend without limit in our elections.
Took away the people's say, and we gotta stop the money and save democracy. Get back to the people.
And what Citizens United did was to apply this to corporations and by implications labor unions, that they too had free speech rights and they could spend whatever money they wanted to on campaign activity to further their interests and the candidate that they liked.
Broadly, Citizens United is a court case, but it really is sort of the shorthand for a broad range of court cases and regulations that have really opened the floodgates for financing in political campaigns.
I don't think corporations should be considered people. I think corporations are corporations, and I think individuals are individuals. Now,
the notion, in my view, that corporations qualify as people, which is in effect what the Citizens United decision says, is a huge stretch. The notion that General Electric or the Honda Corporation or Citibank is somehow equivalent to you or me in our political process makes a farce of the notion of one man, one vote.
Corporations are not people, as one of my friends said. Then BP Oil Company should have received the death sentence based on its clear negligence in the Gulf pollution of a couple years ago. Corporations are not people. They are composed of people.
To me, the important part is the vote. And when money becomes more important than the vote, something's wrong with our system.
I would just simply say that our elections seem to be unduly expensive and very long.
In addition, I think a lot of the new money that came in, the undisclosed money, unreported money, going to these social welfare organizations, was poorly spent. That a lot of it was dumped in on negative political ads. There are literally 1 million of them broadcast, and they again sort of bounce each other off.
Almost 100% of super PAC advertising was spent on negative ads.
Well, I think what you saw is it escalated overall the amount of campaign spending that occurred. So I do think that there's no doubt that the Citizens United forced up the amount of money spent in campaigns, and if you wanted your campaign to have an independent voice expressing your perspective, you had to raise a whole lot more money because the noise in the electoral process was so much amplified.
I think the thing that we really need to watch for is in the next presidential election, the smart money, that's also the secret money, is less likely to be wasted on frivolous negative ads, and a lot of that money is going to be used very carefully, I think, and strategically to build voter databases, to do greater mobilization efforts, turn out the vote efforts that will largely be out of public scrutiny. The funding will be not known to the public, but that could have a dramatic impact on the 2016 presidential election.
I actually think Citizens United is a court decision that needs to be reversed, either by a subsequent court, and there are cases that do come up from time to time that create opportunities for that to happen, or by an amendment to the Constitution.
It's blood for oil means big money for Exxon, Shell, and Texaco. It's Halliburton.
Can we stop the money? I don't think so. Can we at least make the reporting more transparent? I hope so. I wouldn't put my money on it, though.
To save democracy, get back to we the people. Gotta keep this country free.